Berthold, thank you so much for taking time to speak to me here today at Nordic FinTech Week.
Thank you very much, Chris. Looking forward to our discussion now.
Indeed, so do I. But before we start, for those that have not had the pleasure of meeting you, tell me briefly who you are and what you do.
So I'm Berthold. I'm working for Mastercard. I'm the SVP leading security solutions in Europe.
All right, great. So let's talk about cybersecurity. The word cybersecurity has been mentioned repeatedly here during the conference at Nordic FinTech Week. It's a big problem that the industry is facing. Tell me a little bit what's Mastercard's perspective of what are the biggest cybersecurity threats that the industry faces at the moment?
Sure, so let me talk a little bit and start with why is Mastercard so important, or why is cybersecurity so important for Mastercard. First and foremost, we have the ambition that we really want to protect the entire digital ecosystem, and we feel embedding trust and security into every layer is our key asset that we need to look into. And it's also why we've invested so much money into cybersecurity over the last couple of years. Looking back, I think since 2018, if I'm not wrong, we've invested nearly 11 billion into cybersecurity with, for example, actually a company based here in the Nordics, Recorded Future, that we acquired to now have also leading threat intelligence capabilities in our organization. So first and foremost, those threat actors are getting more sophisticated. They now leverage AI, which makes their attacks significantly more sophisticated. Secondly, we see those nation-state initiated attacks. And thirdly, there's an industry of cybercrime as a service which is growing. This is why we at Mastercard have invested $11 billion over the last couple of years into cybersecurity and innovation in that context to stay ahead of those attacks and drive innovation in the space.
Right.
So this makes the cybersecurity risk increase by 2029. There's a scary number out there. It's $15 trillion. That's the size of it. And it's always difficult to imagine how big is such a number. And if you put it into perspective, and you just imagine it would be a country. Cybersecurity would be the third biggest economy in the world. Only US and China would be bigger than that. So that's how material the problem is.
Right, so I would love to talk more about this holistic risk management because, as you mentioned, there's an entire economy of cybercrime as a service, which is innovating new ways of committing fraud and cybersecurity breaches in the industry. How is Mastercard being able to stay ahead of that innovation that it comes from criminals and become more proactive, as you were mentioning?
I think two things are important here. Number one, AI is very likely one of the biggest threats, but it's also the answer to it. So with AI, we're very good, or AI is very good at spotting patterns, identifying anomalies, and do this in real time and also learn from previous attacks. And I think an interesting fact, our systems at Mastercard get attacked roughly 200 times a minute. Every minute, 200 times. And actually from each attack, our systems learn and get smarter and get better in preventing fraud and cyber attacks in the future.
Right.
And if you now link this with threat intelligence, where you move away from just trying to model the past from past data, but listen to what the criminals are saying on the dark web, what they're planning, what they're attacking, you can get ahead of them and you can start preventing fraud before it actually happens. So everything that is emerging, you will be immediately able to address and mitigate as per those threat intelligence signals that we are getting and sharing with our customers as actionable insights.
Right, well that's amazing that there's so much effort, so much investment and so much concern to make sure that the integrity of the trust in the financial industry is preserved. Now, you're going to be on stage later today here at Nordic FinTech Week. Can you give us a snippet of what people can expect to hear from you on stage?
Yes, of course. So we'll explore really the front lines of cybercrime. So what are the big trends in cybercrime? What are actors doing? What are the biggest threats that are emerging? But then most importantly also, what can we do against them? Because yes, criminals are innovating fast, but security is evolving even faster. And I will talk about how we can address those risks that we see, and by this ensure that this trust that I was talking about before will maintain and actually grow over the next couple of years.
Fantastic. Well, a session not to be missed here at Nordic FinTech Week. Berthold, thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you very much, Chris. Looking forward to seeing you there.
See you on stage.